internet. Today I'm here to share my January TBR with you. Now in the month of January I am also planning on participating in the biannual Bibliothon, so I will have a separate TBR video going up for that. So for my overall January TBR, I decided just to put 4 books on here because I know that I will still be in the middle of some books once the new year starts, and I don't want to overwhelm myself, especially with the readathon happening. So without further ado, let's jump into my TBR. The first book on my January TBR is The Silver Chair by C.S. Lewis. This is the 6th, I believe, book in the Chronicles of Narnia series, if you are going chronological, and I want to say 4 or 5 if you're going in publication order. The Silver Chair is actually one of the few Narnia books that I never read as a kid, so this will be a whole new experience for me because I have no idea what the story is. But I've been listening to the audiobooks for this series all throughout this year, and I want to finish that up in the next couple of months. The next book on my TBR is the first book in the Magnus Chase and the Gods of Asgard series, which is called The Sword of Summer, and this is by Rick Riordan. I've been kind of in the mood for a good Rick Riordan book, and I have the first 2 books in this series, so I decided that this would be the next one that I read by him. And I really enjoy listening to the audiobooks for the Heroes of Olympus series, so I thought I would try this series out on audio as well and see if it's just as good. This particular series has to do with Norse mythology, and I want to say there are still some Percy Jackson cameos in here. I believe I've heard that, so that'll be something really exciting to look forward to. The next 2 books on my TBR are books that I really wanted to get to in December, and even though the month is not over yet, I know that I'm not going to get this far with my life, so I'm going to roll those on over to January because I still really want to read them. The first one is Puddin' by Julie Murphy. This is the sequel to Dumplin', and this book follows Millie, I believe. Now, I've been kind of really wanting to read this, especially after watching the Dumplin' movie, which I absolutely loved. So I am hoping to pick this up pretty quickly in the month and find out what happens next. And the last book on my TBR for January is one of my most anticipated books from last year, and it was going to be my next read, but I'm not going to get to it. I know. You know when you know? And that book is Vengeful by V.E. Schwab. This is the sequel to Vicious, which was one of my absolute favorite books last year. And in this book we follow the same characters as Vicious, but I believe there are some new characters in it as well. I've heard that it's really, really good. It won a Goodreads Choice Award for 2018, and I'm dying to read this book. I have been since it came out and I got my hands on it. So this will most likely be the first book that I pick up in January. So that is it for my January TBR. Let me know down in the comments what you're planning on reading in January, and if you want to know what I'm going to be also reading for the biannual Bibliothon, keep an eye out for that video. That will be it for this video, and I will see you guys next time with another video. Bye.